Greetings, everyone. Welcome to today's video where we delve into the world of economics, specifically the concept of recession. Now, you might be wondering, what is a recession? In simple terms, it's a period of economic decline characterized by reduced spending. This can be triggered by a myriad of events such as financial crises or even natural disasters. As we stand in the year 2024, the buzzword on everyone's lips is recession. Why is that, you ask? Well, it's because there's been talk of a possible recession in the years 2023 to 2024, and we're here to unravel this economic enigma. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends, family, or anyone who might be interested in understanding the world of economics. We promise to keep it interesting and easy to understand, so buckle up as we journey through the economic roller coaster that is a recession. To understand the 2023 to 2024 recession, first, we need to understand what a recession is. At its core, a recession is a period of significant economic decline. It's like a cold snap in the middle of economic spring, where spending reduces, growth stumbles, and the spirit of financial optimism takes a back seat. Think of it as a domino effect, triggered by events such as financial crises, natural disasters, or even a pandemic. The first domino falls and sets off a chain reaction. Reduced spending leads to lower demand for goods and services, which, in turn, leads to layoffs and further decreases in spending. This cycle continues, creating a downward spiral that we call a recession. Now, how do we know we're in a recession? Well, different countries and organizations have their own definitions, but most look at factors like gross domestic product or GDP, employment rates, and industrial production. Let's take a trip down memory lane to illustrate. Remember the Great Recession of 2008? It was triggered by a financial crisis that started with the burst of the US housing bubble. The aggressive interest rate paths, high inflation, and a significant decline in home sales were the perfect storm that led to a global recession. Now let's fast forward to our current situation. The same elements are at play. High inflation rates, an aggressive interest rate path by the Federal Reserve, and a decline in home sales are some of the factors that have economists predicting a 50% chance of a recession in the next 12 months. But remember, recessions are not just about numbers and graphs. They're about people. They're about you and me. They're about our jobs, our homes, our life savings. When we talk about a recession, we're talking about an event that can change the course of our lives. Now that we have a grasp of what a recession is, let's look at how the 2023 to 2024 recession started. The seeds of the 2023 to 2024 recession were sown much earlier. The signs were there, subtly whispering warnings to those who chose to listen. High inflation, a term that became all too familiar to households across the nation, was one of the first harbingers. It was a mixed bag, with some sectors experiencing price drops, while others, like healthcare, education, and shelter, saw persistent high costs. This economic imbalance created a strain that was felt by many, especially renters grappling with soaring rental costs. Simultaneously, the bond market was showing its underlying strength. Corporate bond yield spreads relative to US Treasuries suggested that investors weren't discounting the possibility of a deep economic downturn. The spread for corporate bonds was slightly below the average from 2015 to 2019, indicating stability in the corporate debt market. Yet, concerns about high interest rates and inflation lingered, casting a shadow of doubt over this stability. The US Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate path was another factor contributing to the brewing storm. Market analysts and economic experts, such as those from the Mortgage Bankers Association, were already predicting a potential recession. This association revised its US economy outlook lower, estimating a 50% chance of a recession within the next 12 months. The lowered growth rate for 2022 at 0.6%, coupled with a projected decline in home sales by about 8%, painted a bleak picture. However, despite these indicators, the onset of the recession was not universally expected. While there were those who saw the signs and braced for impact, many were caught off guard. The strength of the bond market and the cautious optimism of investors created a sense of security that unfortunately proved to be illusory. Despite the predictions and signs, the onset of the recession took many by surprise. The economic landscape was changing, and the beginning of the 2023 to 2024 recession marked a pivotal point in this transformation. The seeds of this economic downturn were sown, and it was only a matter of time before they would grow into a full-blown recession. The effects of the recession were felt far and wide. It lingered like an unwelcome guest, leaving its mark on various sectors of the economy. The housing market, a cornerstone of economic stability, faced a peculiar challenge. High interest rates, coupled with persistent high home prices, led to a decrease in mortgage demand. This, in turn, resulted in a projected decline in home sales by about 8%. Individuals also encountered their share of challenges. Renters in particular had to grapple with soaring rental costs and the looming threat of potential evictions. The squeeze of the recession didn't stop at the housing market. It permeated everyday life, from back-to-school shopping to healthcare costs. The market, ever the chameleon, began adjusting to these evolving economic conditions. Investors, with a mix of caution and optimism, expected slower rate hikes and braced themselves for the economic downturn. Consumer sentiment, a crucial indicator of economic health, fluctuated as people adjusted their spending habits and expectations. Not all sectors, however, experienced the same degree of impact. Some sectors saw price drops, a silver lining in the otherwise gloomy economic landscape, but sectors like education, healthcare, and shelter faced persistent high costs, highlighting the uneven effects of the recession. The recession, as expected, left no stone unturned. Its impact was as varied as it was profound, affecting different sectors and individuals in unique ways. It served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our economy and the delicate balance upon which it rests. Like all economic downturns, the 2023 to 2024 recession also had an end. The fight against this economic slump was a collective effort, with strategies spanning from increasing the money supply to boosting government spending. It's important to understand that a recession isn't an isolated incident. It's a part of a larger economic cycle. It's a cycle of growth and contraction, of highs and lows. In response to the recession, governments across the globe adopted a range of measures. They increased the money supply, a move designed to stimulate economic activity by making money cheaper and more accessible. This was coupled with increased government spending, targeted at key sectors of the economy. The goal? To kickstart growth and help the economy recover. But the road to recovery wasn't a straight line. It was a slow and gradual process that required patience and resilience. Think of it like recovering from a cold. You don't just wake up one day and feel completely better. It takes time, rest, and the right treatment. Similarly, the economy needed time to heal from the effects of the recession. As the economy began to recover, we saw signs of stability return. The corporate bond yield spread, a key indicator of economic health, returned to its average level. This suggested a return to normalcy and stability in the corporate debt market, despite the lingering concerns about high interest rates and inflation. And so, the 2023 to 2024 recession, like all economic downturns, came to an end. It was a challenging period, no doubt, but it also served as a powerful reminder of the resilience of our economy. It's a testament to the fact that no matter how tough things get, we have the ability to bounce back. The 2023 to 2024 recession served as another reminder of the cyclical nature of our economy. In conclusion, we've taken a journey through the complex world of recessions. We've defined what a recession is, explored the factors that led to the 2023 to 2024 economic downturn, examined its impact, and delved into the recovery process. Thank you for joining us on this economic journey. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.